This is not natural. This was all paid for. People always ask me, how much did I pay for my hair transplant? Now, it's already pretty well documented on my channel about how I got my hair transplants, as well as even going through a cost breakdown already. But in today's day and age, a lot of changes has happened at the specific clinic that I went to regarding the prices. What I used to pay back then is nothing close to what a lot of people are paying now. So I thought it'd be fun to go through that and see what the different changes are, and hopefully help you make a more informed decision whenever you're going to get a hair transplant, either from Turkey or anywhere else. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit, and if you don't already know, I got not one but 2 hair transplants done in Istanbul, Turkey from Vera Clinic. First time I went, I got 6,100 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my hairline and mid-scalp, and then I went back for a second time because I needed to get my crown done, and I added 4,000 grafts there, as well as a little bit on my hairline and my mid-scalp to add a little more density. Overall, I had around 10,000 grafts. Just because I've had 10,000 grafts doesn't mean that I spent that much money on getting it done. If you haven't seen that first video about my cost breakdown, then I'll go through that in this video as well, but I'm pretty sure you'll be pretty surprised at how cheap it was to literally get all of my hair back. If you're liking the content that I put out about hair transplants and hair loss help, definitely consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and of course if you want to keep learning about growing your hair back. So a little backstory about why I even went for a hair transplant in the first place. As you saw earlier, I had a pretty high extensive amount of hair loss. I was probably over 6 or 7 at the time, and my hair was not growing back at all. I decided that I needed to go get a hair transplant. One of the main things as to why I even went to Turkey was because of how affordable it was at the time. I reached out to other clinics in the US or Canada, but the pricing was just a little out of my reach at the time. The clinics that I spoke to quoted me around $15,000 to $20,000 USD, and I just didn't have that. So my next best option was to look for something that was a little more affordable and hopefully proven as well. That's where Turkey came into mind. Just like you watching this video, I did my research on YouTube. I reached out to a lot of people. I got to get some second opinions, and I finally landed on getting to Vera Clinic. So when I went for the first time, this was in 2021, they gave me 2 different package options. One was the Diamond Sapphire package, and the other was the Fast Recovery package. Now both of these pretty much were the exact same package. The only difference was that the Fast Recovery package had the OxyCure session therapy, which is a supportive therapy after you get your hair transplant done. What was included in these packages was that the hair transplant was done with the Sapphire FUE technique. You get all the necessary medical examinations before and after your hair transplant. You get a post-op package of essential products for the first 15 days after your procedure, including a washing set such as foam and gel and medication. You get special items to use after your hair transplant, including head cover and medical pillows for the transplant hair follicles. You also get an accommodation in a deluxe hotel close to the hospital for 3 nights. Transport is also included between hospital, hotel, and airport. You also get a translator at the facility to help communicate between you and the doctor in case there is a language barrier. Now, as you can see, the base Diamond Sapphire package was costing about 2,500 euros, and the Fast package was costing 2,850 euros. Now again, at the time, to me, I felt like I just wanted to get the best package out there and get it done as well as I could, so I took the higher end package at the time. But it wasn't just the package I was paying for, I was also paying for my own flights, as you will too if you're traveling to Turkey to get your hair transplant done. Now it depends on where you're flying from. Obviously if you're flying from somewhere really far, you're going to spend a little more. If you're flying from somewhere that's nearby, you're going to spend a little less. For my example, I flew in from Dubai at the time, and the cost of my flight was around 450 USD. And of course, the other side of that is flying back home. Again, if you're spending on a round trip ticket, it might be a little cheaper, but in my case, I flew back from Turkey to Singapore because my family was there at the time, and I spent another 550 USD in total just for that flight. So all in all, roughly I spent about 1,000 USD in flights alone just to get to Turkey and back after getting my hair transplant. The other thing besides the flights that you might end up paying for is the supplements that they probably will offer to sell you. When I was there, I remember I didn't take everything because I didn't think everything was necessary. For example, they offer you finasteride, they offer you some multivitamins, but I thought I could get that stuff on my own in my home country, so I just avoided those. But there were other things that I thought were useful, so I picked up a couple months supply of shampoos, serums, as well as sprays that would help in the long run for my hair recovery, which cost me roughly around 280 euros in total. Now the total price after converting everything to USD to make it a little easy was about 4,460 USD. But again, without the flights, it costed roughly around 3,460 USD. Now, the second time I went was exactly a year later. Once I got the results from my first hair transplant, I was more confident of going back and getting a second to hopefully fill up my crown as well as add a little bit more density on my scalp. I went back the second time, and this time around Vera was kind enough to give me a little discount of going back. Now I've heard that they do sometimes offer people the second time around for free, which is always great to hear, but at my time that wasn't the case, so I ended up paying a little bit less than what I paid last time. And that total after 10% off was 2,545 euros. Flights for me this time around was much cheaper because I was flying in and out of London. I had moved to London by this time, so my total return flight journey was 330 USD. I decided to take different things this time from the clinic, which was the spray, the serum, and finasteride, because again at that time I just figured it was easier to pick up. I didn't take the shampoos and whatnot because I still had some left from the last time, and also I had kind of figured out my own routine by then of what to use and what not to use. By the way, all of those are linked in the description below if you need help with your hair transplants or what to use for your aftercare. There's also a free guide to help you guys on what you need to do to prepare for a hair transplant, as well as if you need the full hair recovery guide, and based off of my journey, everything is linked in the description below. Check it out. So the second hair transplant total cost was about 3,375 USD all in all. And again, without the flights, it roughly costed me around 3,000 USD. So now that we know how much I spent for the first and the second, the combined total price without flights, that means the package including some of the aftercare, costs me about 6,500 USD in total. Now, it's important to keep in mind because what we're going to go through next is what the current prices are at specifically Vera Clinic and how that affects your decision moving forward. So Vera Clinic now, obviously as time has progressed, their popularity has also increased. A lot of more influencers go there, a lot of people with high profiles go there, and realistically, a lot more people are more open about getting their hair transplants done. So naturally over time, Vera has also expanded into one of the more premium places to go to. And that is why they've increased their prices quite a bit since the last time I've gone. They've now structured it into 3 different tiers: the basic package, the hyper package, and the new stem cell generation package. Now all these packages consist of the same basic things that I received while I had my hair transplant. There are definitely a few added supplement procedures that are helping towards your hair transplant recovery, but they've added that mostly in the more higher end packages. Now they have 2 structured types of techniques that they do. First one was FUE, and the second one is DHI. In the past, DHI wasn't offered to me in any of my quotes, but now DHI is offered in every standard quote, and it has its own tier as well. For those who don't know, FUE is follicular unit extraction, where the follicles are extracted, channels are made on your scalp, and grafts are placed. DHI is the direct hair implementation, which means follicles are also extracted but are placed with a little more precision versus the FUE technique. FUE is generally better for people who have a wide area to cover for their hair on a hair transplant. DHI is used for smaller areas and is targeted even more with the implanter pen, so you get more precision that way. Generally, DHI packages are proven to be a little more expensive because of the techniques involved, so you're paying for the doctor who has a better technique in getting this done rather than someone who has done FUE. Now for the hyper package, just as I took the fast recovery package back in the day, this is basically being rebranded with a different name called Hyper FUE or Hyper DHI, and the only difference is that they're including the Oxycure sessions within the package. Now again, if you don't know what the Oxycure session is, you sit inside of an oxygen chamber and inhale oxygen for at least an hour and a half to help pump that oxygen into your scalp right after your hair transplant. It helps with recovery for the follicles on your head, but of course you have to continuously keep doing it. Usually the clinics offer you 2 sessions, and it is enough for the beginning, but if you really want to see that result, you have to keep going for those type of sessions. And finally, we have the most expensive package that they now offer, which is called the New Generation Stem Cell Package. This package includes everything else of what we discussed before, but the additional here is that they also provide stem cell treatment. Another thing that they also include is 6 months of supplements and aftercare for you, so it's already included in that package to go. Obviously, you're spending a little more. If you have that money to spare and want to spend on all of these extra supplement treatments, you can. But from my personal experience, it is not a necessity, mainly because you can still achieve your result without all of it. You can maybe go for the hyper package if you're not 100% certain of spending so much on stem cell therapy, especially if you don't know what that outcome is going to be. I personally never did any of that, and I still got a very good result. Now, given that the results are all vary, you never know what type of result you're going to get, depending on how much aftercare you keep up with or how much of extra sessions of maybe PRP or stem cell treatment that you do. One thing for sure is that the hair transplant will work. That's why I tell anyone who speaks to me in my one-on-one hair consultations that you don't necessarily need a PRP session or stem cell treatment up until you see the results of your transplant, and then you can make that call afterwards. So again, it's not a necessity, but it's something that if you feel the means of doing it, go for it. Because it will also help in the long run as long as you're consistent with it. So ultimately, what package really matters for you? As you can see here, the Sapphire FUE hair transplant now costs 3,200 euros, and the DHI hair transplant costs 3,590 euros. For the Hyper FUE, it now costs 3,690 euros, while Hyper DHI hair transplants cost 3,990 euros. The new generation stem cell treatment costs 5,990 euros. Now, some of the most important things that you have to take note of when you're going for a hair transplant in a place like Turkey is that you're not going to get everything perfect of what you expect. So for example, one of the main things is that you have to have a good donor hair to get a good result. Not many people tell you that, but most clinics will kind of give you that precedence of saying that, hey, you're probably not a good candidate, but we can try our best to do what we have to do. Now, if you're willing to take that risk and go and get your hair transplant done, that's totally fine. But if the doctor advises against it, then it's probably not a good idea to go. But the pricing of whatever you choose does not directly impact how good your donor area is. So even if you're spending on the highest package and your donor area isn't good, you're still not going to get an amazing result. Another thing to note is that most of these clinics, it's the technicians doing the jobs, not the doctors. So whatever you're paying, you have to be okay with the fact that a technician is doing the job. If you want a doctor to get it done, you might have to pay a little more, or you might have to just stick to somewhere else that the doctor does the transplantation. But in Turkey, for the most part, it is mostly the technicians doing it. And of course, one of the major things that a lot of people think that, you're paying so much, which really in hindsight is not as much versus other places, but you're paying so much, you want to make sure you get your result. But that's also up to you. You have to be able to take care of your hair even after the hair transplant's done, using the right aftercare like minoxidil and finasteride, which are two very key things in making sure your hair stays the way it is or grows along the way. So it's really up to you. If you're spending this much money already, you want to make sure you are taking care of your hair as best as possible. If you still need guidance on preparing or recovery for your hair transplants, I have a couple of hair transplant guides linked in the description below. You can get that right now for 15% off. You get both of them together. It truly has helped so many other people out there already, and I'm really proud of what I've made to help others as well. So definitely check that out if you're planning to go for a hair transplant or if you've already gotten one and if you just need recovery help. Lastly, I do have a hair transplant consultation service that if you want to have a conversation with me, you can. You just book some time with the link in the description below. If you have more questions about which clinic to go to or really want to go deep dive into how much every little thing costs, I'm happy to have that conversation with you and tell you everything I know. So definitely book some time with me below. Let me know how much you paid for your hair transplant. I'm curious to know whether it be from Vera Clinic or from a different clinic. How much did you pay and what the cost comparison actually looks like? Are you actually paying much more and getting much less, or are you paying less and getting even more? Drop a comment. I'd love to know. I hope this has helped somebody out there who is planning to get a hair transplant, specifically at Vera Clinic or anywhere else. But like I said, if you need more help, drop a comment, follow me on Instagram, and drop me a DM. I'm happy to respond wherever I can. Alright, thanks so much. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.